I love you, Allah.
Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Rayan, Arab, recording for I Love You Allah Productions. In most cases, we assume negative in others, and I don't know why. I mean, anytime we see somebody, we assume negative in them. Not anytime, but almost every time. And we don't know what the reason is. Why we just assume negative in people before we assume positive in them. You know, Islam teaches us to be so positive to the extent that we shouldn't assume negative in others. Why? Because it is a sin for you to assume negative in others. Subhanallah, the Almighty Allah says in the glorious Quran, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu ishtanibu kathiran min adh-dhann inna ba'da adh-dhanni ith. O you who have believed, avoid much negative assumption, for verily some negative assumption is sin. Subhanallah. So sometimes you're sitting in a meeting with your boss and all that, and you see your boss looking at you like this, and you think that he's angry at you, whereas he has a stomach ache. This is what happens. So why don't we assume good before we assume negative? Do you know the story of Umar ibn Khattab and how he died, how he got killed? Abu Lu'lu al-Majusi, an enemy, a crazy man, a man who used to worship the fire. He is the one who killed Umar ibn Khattab. One day Umar and his companions saw Abu Lu'lu al-Majusi and they came near him. Now Abu Lu'lu was known to have skills. He was able to create milestones that could fly in the sky. So the companions of Umar ibn Khattab came to him and they said, we heard that you could create milestones that could fly in the sky. He said, I can create a milestone that everybody will talk about. So then the companions were like, hey, then go ahead and show us what you got. Umar ibn Khattab, he understood what this man meant. So then he said, are you guys happy? This man just threatened to kill me. He wants to kill me. So then they got serious and they were like, okay, then let's kill him. Umar ibn Khattab said, what, we're going to kill somebody because we assume that he wants to kill me? No, I'm not going to let that happen. So he let him get away and he let him to continue his life. Then what happened? One day Umar ibn Khattab was praying, and during the time of prayer in Salat al-Fajr, when he said Allahu Akbar, he was the Imam. Abu Lu'lu al-Majusi comes from behind him. He comes from behind Umar ibn Khattab and starts stabbing him in the back 6 times. Umar ibn Khattab falls on the floor and he dies moments later. Subhanallah. Just by assuming good in others and to avoid sin, this man killed him. Now, you may understand negative from this story. You may say, okay, see, if I assume good in others, then this is what's going to happen to me. Somebody will come and kill me. No. But what I mean is that if he killed that person just because of assumption, it would have been a great sin. And if he jailed him just because of assumption, it would have been a great sin. Yeah? The guy said indirect words. So then he assumed good. Or he didn't assume good, but he didn't assume positive. He didn't assume negative, so he let him go away. What I'm trying to say here is that we need to start assuming positive in others. Try your very best. I know it's not easy. You have so many people who do some crazy things around you and act weird as well. But we just try. We have to try so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could see that, and He could see that we are trying to obey Him when He told us, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu ishtanibu kathiran min adh-dhann inna ba'da adh-dhanni ith. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.